There was a time when you believed that winning an argument meant being strong, that proving you were right was a way of respecting yourself, that if someone did not understand your point, it was your responsibility to explain it one more time, and again, until the other person finally said, "You were right." But that almost never happened, and you stayed there, exhausted, frustrated, heart racing, a knot in your stomach, your mind replaying the conversation for hours, editing what you said, imagining what you should have said, writing long messages you were never going to send, or worse, sending them, and then waiting for a response that would validate everything you felt. Tell me something. How many times have you won an argument and still felt empty? How many times have you proven you were right and the other person simply did not change? How many nights have you lost defending something that by the next morning no longer mattered? If the answer is many, then you need to hear what comes next. Because there is something that the most intelligent women in the world discover at some point in their lives. And when they discover it, everything changes. The real victory was never being right. The real victory was always protecting your peace. And that idea is not new. No self-help book invented it. No social media coach said it first. It was understood by a man who ruled the most powerful empire in the world almost 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, the most powerful man of his time, with armies, with senators, with enemies trying to destroy him every day. He had all the power in the world to win any argument, to silence anyone who questioned him, to impose his truth by force. But he did not. Instead, he wrote something that remains one of the most profound truths ever spoken about the human mind. He wrote that it is not worth losing your tranquility over something that does not depend on you, that trying to control the opinions of others is one of the surest ways to lose your peace, that the truly strong person is not the one who demonstrates power. It is the one who chooses not to use it when it is not necessary. 2,000 years later, neuroscience confirms exactly what he already knew. When someone questions your ideas, your brain does not process a difference of opinion. It processes a threat. Your amygdala activates, your cortisol rises, your nervous system enters combat mode, and suddenly you are no longer defending an idea. You are defending your identity, your ego, the image your mind constructed of who you are. Because your brain does not distinguish between someone attacking your body and someone attacking your opinion. To your biology, both feel exactly the same. And that is why arguing feels so urgent, why you cannot let go, why you need the other person to say you are right. It is not logic. It is chemistry. It is your brain desperately seeking a dose of validation to feel safe. And every time you receive that validation, your brain releases dopamine, the same substance released during addiction. Being right feels like winning, and winning feels good, but it is a trap, because the relief lasts seconds, and the exhaustion lasts hours, sometimes days, sometimes weeks. Intelligent women fall into this trap constantly, not because they are weak, but precisely because they are intelligent, because they can articulate their arguments clearly, because they know they are right, because they see the logic and cannot understand how the other person does not see it too. And that is what traps them, because intelligence without wisdom is a sword that cuts both ways. It allows you to win arguments, but it steals your peace just as easily. True emotional intelligence is not the ability to prove your point. It is the ability to recognize when proving your point will cost more than it is worth. It is knowing the difference between defending the truth and defending your ego. And most of the time, if you are honest with yourself, you are defending your ego. Not because you are vain, but because your brain has learned that being right equals being safe. Being validated equals being loved. Being understood equals being worthy. And when someone disagrees with you, your nervous system does not hear a different opinion. It hears, you are not enough, and that is why it hurts so much. That is why you cannot sleep after a disagreement. That is why you rehearse conversations at 3 a.m. That is why a single comment from someone can ruin your entire day. Your brain is not fighting for the truth. It is fighting for survival. But Marcus Aurelius understood something that most people never understand in their entire lives, that winning an argument and losing your peace is not winning. It is the most expensive defeat that exists. He also wrote that the best response to provocation is to not become like the one who provokes you. He did not say to win. He did not say to prove your superiority. He said the greatest victory is not becoming what disturbs you. The Stoic woman lives differently. She chooses silence when necessary, not the silence of fear, the silence of wisdom. She does not argue to feed her ego. She protects her emotional energy like it is the most valuable thing she owns, because it is. She understands that not every battle deserves her attention. Not every opinion deserves a response. Not every person deserves access to her inner world. And she asks herself one question before reacting. Does this deserve my peace? If the answer is no, she lets go. Not because the other person is right, but because she has something far more valuable to protect. Her tranquility. And the woman who protects her tranquility above her ego does not lose anything. She gains everything: clarity, energy, time, and something very few people ever achieve: the freedom of not needing anyone to confirm who she is. The intelligent woman wins arguments. The wise woman chooses which ones are not worth having. And the truly free woman is the one who no longer needs to be right to feel at peace with herself. That woman is not born. She is built. Decision by decision, silence by silence, choice by choice. And today you took the first step. If something you heard today resonated deep inside you, if you felt that for the first time someone put into words what you have been living for years, stay. This is Sophia Stoica, a space where philosophy, science, and feminine strength come together to help you live with more peace, more wisdom, and more emotional freedom. Subscribe, because what is coming is even deeper, and calm is also power. But the woman who chooses her calm above her ego holds the greatest power of all, the freedom of no longer needing anyone to tell her who she is,